There you go. Can everybody silence please to introduce the father of the bride?
Charming, yeah.
I'll just put myself right. Lords, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wedding of Kate and Wills. Oh, shit. Sorry, Moss Brothers should clean these suits out more often. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, welcome to the unique wedding of Kirsty and Dan. Firstly, I'd like to welcome two very important people. Without them being here, none of us would have been here. And that, of course, is Chris and Mike, Dan's mum and dad. You lot, wait for it. You lot obviously thought I meant the coach drivers, didn't you? But still. But I'm sorry about that, Mike. This is the way it goes. Right. I'd just like to officially welcome you and all your family to us and all our family. Welcome. Right, that's the first part done. Now this is the part when I get you to tell all about Kirsty and Dan and what I know about them. Kirsty's very professional businesswoman whose expertise are in IVF. She is determined, intelligent and could sell Eskimos bloody ice cubes. And on top of all that, she's drop dead gorgeous. I still can't work out which one of these attributes she gets off me. Dan, on the other hand, is one of the nicest, easiest going blokes you could ever wish to come across. He's got his own rendering and plastering business, and he works every hour the God sends, including bank holidays. His knowledge about his profession is second to none, and so is his workmanship. No matter what Dan...
Sorry.
You wrote it. No matter what Dan puts his mind to, he excels in it. And besides that, he absolutely adores Kirsty. And to be honest, Kirsty absolutely adores him. And as a couple, they are the most loving, caring and fun couple to be around. And to anyone that's here today, you all know them a pleasure to be with. My mum once told me, when somebody loves you, really loves you, you can tell by the smiles in their eyes. And every time I look at Kirsty, I'll see a smile at him, I can see that smile. And every time I look at Dan, the look in his eyes, it looks like the very first time you ever blow a dog whistle down a Labrador ear. But it's close enough, love, it's close enough. I would just like to say that Mum and I couldn't be any prouder of you both. The way you've handled all the arrangements, the way you've kept your calm over all the upcoming obstacles during your marriage arrangements, and for all them little details that everybody's noticed here today that's made your wedding so unique. It's a fantastic event, and I know I speak for everyone here today. Well done. Right, that's the second part. Gets better now. That brings me to the third part, because the only real reason I'm here for today is to be the warm-up man for the best man. So, I thought we'd just kick off with a couple of jokes to start. I went out and bought myself a thesaurus. I didn't even know what it was. I had to look it up in the dictionary. It cost me 23 quid. I looked up the word marriage, nothing there beside it at all. It said, see tourniquet. I looked up tourniquet. It says, designed to restrict your circulation. Just about sums it up there. The married couple went back to the honeymoon suite, and the guy took his trousers off, and then he took his underpants off and threw them at his wife. He says, put them on. She tried them on. She said, they're much too big for me. He says, now you've just learnt the first lesson. I wear the pants. So she lifted up her skirt and throwed her pants at him and said, put them on. He says, I'm never going to get into those. She says, not until you change that bloody attitude. Now, in true warm-up tradition, I was going to split you into two groups. The ladies was going to be, well, the men was all going to be the R group, and the ladies was going to be the oohers group. But the wife said it didn't sound right. So that meant one half was going to be arses, and the others was going to be oohers. So all together instead, right? And look, we'll have a little practice because you're obviously useless, right? Everybody. Lovely, right, you've got it. Here we go then. Right, when Kirsty was about 3, she opened her very first shop up our entry. Unfortunately, she was selling Chubby Brown pornographic tapes and Benson and Hedges cigarettes. When Dan was about 5, he took himself off to Sunday school. 5 minutes later, he was back at home. The police never revealed what Dan said to the Sunday school teacher, but the teacher had given him a mean write-up. Come on, girl. I don't know what that one is. Oh yeah, I do. Hold on. Just bear with me. I think somebody shoved these buggers. Oh, that's it. Right. Oh yes. I got this other bit here. Hang on, hang on. All right, all right. I'd just like to say, because I'm expecting some grandchildren, and I know it's a bit late in the day after they've lived together for about 10 years and them that side of 30, like, but Cheryl says you must have the word, so I'm having the word now. The safest form of contraception, even though Kirsty's in IVF, I'm telling you now, the best form for getting babies is the rhythm method. And just so you know what that sounds like, it goes. So that's the end. So that's the end of the R's, and it's the end of the O's. Here is the weather forecast. The sun shone bright in Cornwall on Kirsty and Dan's wedding day, and all their relatives arrived from near and far away. The wedding cards are fantastic. Ours had a picture of an elf, and inside it the verse said it all. Kirsty's finally off the shelf. So just allow me a minute, just to reminisce, and I'll tell you a story of Kirsty and Dan and the bits you might have missed. In 1980, Kirsty was born. She was perfect, and that's no lie. And then, like all mums and dads, we took her home. Jesus Christ, that kid could cry. This went on until she was about 2.5. Then Kirsty found her appetite. But not for chocolates or for sweets, but for cooked dinners every night. To see little Kirsty devour a steak, it was quite an awesome sight. But Kirsty had gappy teeth, and the meat filled the gaps real tight. Meat in me teeth, meat in me teeth. She'd smile and come to me. So the slave of the toothpick I become. Because a smile enslaved me. Now that's the smile that enslaved Dan. So I'm redundant now, you see. So I'm giving Dan this toothpick to take the job over from me. Which brings me nicely to my new son-in-law Dan. And I'm proud to call him that too. But he's no blooming angel. Ask Ben, he'll tell you it's true. They went to a wedding once when they was about 5 and 6. There was a swimming pool there all covered with sticks. Walk on that, Ben. See if it's safe. I'm your big brother. You'll be all right, mate. So Ben stepped across the sticks to the middle of the pool, and then he sunk to the bottom. Well, Dan's no fool, you see. Mike dived in and pulled Ben out, and needless to say, Dan got a clout. So enough of the past, and what about today? And how we've spent the 7th of May. You all got on the coaches, had your breakfasts and cups of tea. I had a ride in a Beetle, but I forgot my cup of tea. And with this vision of beauty besides me, I was proud as a father could be. While Kirst worried about the wedding, I worried about my cup of tea. You walked across a golf course to a church once covered by sand, and when the vicar had done his bit, the bride and groom emerged hand in hand. Grandad Sid was the first to congratulate him. He gave them 2 big hugs, but I swear to God I heard him say, "I wished I'd bought me clubs." So then all so then we all got back on the coaches, all smiling and full of glee. And then Kirsty and Dan gave us the best day of all, a day out by the sea. So we all are here, right on the beach. Newlyweds, please take care, because if you have your nuptials on the beach, the sand gets everywhere. So the best man's twitching to do his bit, so I've got to finish soon. So raise your glasses to Kirsty and Dad. Toast the bride and groom.
Cheers.
Good afternoon, everybody. For those of you who know me well, you will know that I'm a man of few words, quite a shy and reserved person. So you'll understand when I say I've been quite nervous about this part for some time now. And I can assure you it's not the first time today that I've stood up from a warm seat with wads of paper in my hand. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for being here today to help us celebrate. It means a lot to us having everyone here that we love and care about, and I can honestly say it wouldn't have been the same without you. Would have been a lot cheaper, but it wouldn't have been the same. First of all, I've got a load of thank yous to get through. So first of all, I'd like to thank Tim and Sheila, my now official in-laws.
Oh, I'm going to be the horrible mother.
Firstly, for all Tim's kind words, I don't know quite how to follow that. But and all your contributions and all your hard work helped getting all the stuff down here yesterday. And secondly, for welcoming me into the family right from day one. You really have made me feel like the son you never wanted. I mean, the son you never had. No, you really have made me feel like part of the family for many years now, and I couldn't have asked for nicer in-laws. I've never really had the chance to say thank you, so thank you. I'd like to next thank my mum and dad. Firstly for raising me. You've done a fantastic job. Yeah, you brought me up, you put me up, and you put up with me. It hasn't always been easy, I'm sure, but based on what I've managed to find myself by way of a wife, I reckon you must have done a pretty good job. And in return, I can assure you, only the finest nursing home awaits you. I'd like to thank the ushers. I want to thank Stuart, Matt. Where's Matt?
He's over there.
Where is he? Thank you, Matt. And Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've done a great job yesterday, getting everything down, helping all the tables and chairs again, and also for today,
Sorry, can I just correct that? Dad had just went and washed the car.
Just a record here. And also for all your help today, getting everybody on the coaches. I know it was quite far away, getting everybody onto the church because it was small. So thank you guys. To the best man, Ben. I've known you for over 30 years now, and in all that time, I can honestly say you've been like a brother to me. Finally, to the bridesmaids, Emma, Jodie, Carla, and a little flower girl, Caitlin. Outside. Right. You've been a great help to Kirsty, not only today, but all the days leading up to this. And I think I speak for everyone here when I say you all look fantastic. So, if you'd all like to raise your glasses, and we'll have a toast to the bridesmaids.
To the bridesmaids.
Right. As you all know, events like this don't just happen. We've been planning this for quite some time now, and when I say we, I actually mean Kirsty. Don't get me wrong, I've had decisions to make along the way, albeit most of them are wrong. I have really been looking forward to this day for a long time now, and I am so proud to be stood here beside you and call myself your husband. And I am so proud to call you my wife. You are the most important person in the world to me, and I love you with all my heart. They say that you don't marry the person that you can live with, you marry the person you can't live without. And I think that just sums it up. I'd like to thank you, Kirsty, for all the time and hard work you've put in, which has made this day such a success. So, if you're going to raise your glasses again, and we'll do a toast to the most beautiful bride in the world, to Kirsty. Right. I'm going to hand you over to my brother now. Apparently.
Don't laugh too much.
Oh no, sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, my mistake.
Gifts to give.
We've got some flowers and some gifts to give out.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
can I also just say that I just want to also thank the bridesmaids for all the help for the wedding, and also to Mum, because we joined the gym a year ago, and there aren't many mums that work that hard, and you look lovely, so well done. So if I could just say a cheers to Mum.
This morning I wrote a poem to Kirsty and I put it in a wedding card. And I wasn't going to read it out today, it was just meant for this morning, but they've all brought it down and said I should read it, so I'm going to read it. And it goes under the header, "A long time ago in a land far, far away." 9 years ago I had trouble and strife. I needed a break to get away from this life. Turkey I went, and not a moment too soon. But when I got there, I was surrounded by goons. Twits in we'll say twits, shall we? Twits in the bars, wenches with no soul. This idyllic holiday was taking its toll. Thousands of drunken Brits, you can imagine my shame. And then a good friend's bereavement seemed to finish the game. But wait, what's this? An introduction from a mutual mate. She must have been guided by angels. Could this be fate? "Where are you from?" were your first words to me. I replied, "Stourport on 7. "Well, that ain't the Black Country." "I never said it was my remark. Our first argument, so far off to a good start." Now who'd have thought it, after all this time, that I'd still be yours and you'd still be mine? Now we've been through a lot, this much is true, but I'd be lost if I didn't have you. And now the big day is here, no more living in sin. We're going to say our vows along with the I'll altar hymn. Now I wrote you this poem because I just wanted to say I love you forever and have a wonderful day.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone is enjoying this very special day so far. It's been an emotional day, even the cake's in tears. I just want to start by saying, Kirsty, you're 1 in a million today. I'm sure you'll all agree.
Yeah.
As opposed to Daniel, who looks like he was winning a raffle. I can confirm to you all that last night Daniel slept like a baby. That is, he wet the bed twice and woke up several times crying for his mummy. I'd just like to take a second to thank the bridesmaids for all their hard work in making this wedding what it is. And they all look beautiful. Almost as beautiful as the bride. During the service today, I couldn't help thinking, it's funny how history repeats itself. I mean, it was 30 years ago, Tim and Sheila were sending their daughter to bed with a dummy. And it's happening all over again today. Dan, I stand here today, not only as your brother, but as your friend.
Sorry, I missed that.
I stand here today, not only as your brother, but as your friend. I'm extremely proud of you. And being the taller, better looking little brother, I suppose it's obvious I should be best man. When I first met Kirsty, my impressions was of a beautiful, witty, charming, clever and friendly person. And although she tarnishes by agreeing to marry Dan, everyone who knows him will agree with me in saying she is the best thing that has ever happened to him. And we couldn't be more pleased to welcome her into the family.
Thank you.
My childhood memories of Daniel are always of him full of life, joking, running around, jumping or falling out of trees, and generally taking the mickey out of me. Basically, he couldn't sit still. He was a beautiful baby, or so I was told. Hold on 1 minute.
Oh
But heaven knows what happened to him. When he was younger and asked what he wanted to be when he grew up, he always wanted to be a lion. He never really achieved that ambition, bless him. At school he was always popular and had loads of friends that were always in and out of the house. The whiskey bottle was always being topped up with water. And new places being found to hide cigarettes. He was a profound writer at school.
Oh no.
Grandad. One day my granddad took me to the park. My granddad is a funny man. He plays hide and seek with me. He always counts fast. Right, that is enough talking about my granddad. Now let me tell you what he is like. My granddad has a blind eye. That is no reason to be horrible to him.
Remember writing that? Got it.
He is a nice, kind man. I like him very much. My granddad. Granddad has spectacles to help him see better. My granddad has got wrinkles on his forehead. When he grew up, he always worked hard and partied hard, but eventually he met Kirsty. We're on a lad's holiday to Turkey in 2002, and the rest is history. They moved to Cornwall to be together, bought a house and sorted jobs down here. Now they love going to the beach, bodyboarding, walking as meet at a golden Labrador, hunting, shooting, fishing, like a real local yokel. Now, I know a lot of people here are probably wondering just what does Kirsty see in Dan?
Can you say that?
I've known him a long time too. Long time, and to be honest, I don't know either. This next bit, Dan actually mentioned in his speech, I was saying, I'll carry on. To wrap it up, I'd just like to say to you, Dan, marriage is not about finding someone you can live with, it's about finding someone you can't live without. And remember the 5 rings. the engagement ring, the wedding ring, the suffering, the torturing and the enduring. May your love be modern enough to service the times and old-fashioned enough to last forever. It is to love, laughter and happily ever after, as Daniel and Kirsty start their new life together. And please, if you'd all be upstanding to join me in a toast. Daniel and Kirsty, the bride and groom.
Right.
Yay!